EC1 is the last area of Islington which hasn't got good recycling facilities, and the council's made major progress in rolling out recycling in all other areas. But this area is different, with a different style of housing, and we recognise what we may have done in other areas might not work here. So the pilot is really important for us to be able to assess what works, what doesn't work, and the council to then be able to take forward the projects that do work and ensure that we deliver recycling for everybody in this area.
What was it like before? Horrible, filthy, dirty, just very nasty for young children. Chutes overflowing, rubbish on the floor, being trampled up the corridors. Just not nice at all.
Waste just tumbling out onto the pavements, and the collections didn't seem to be able to keep up with it.
Vermin, of course, dogs, and we get foxes and squirrels, so they all have a nosh at the black sacks.
Reports of vermin on the 14th floor, problems of overflowing bins. Residents kept asking us to solve these problems for them and look at innovative ways to come up with solutions. We identified 4 pilot estates to trial different ways of tackling waste management problems. The first of those pilots was 10 Epworth Street. This is a really simple scheme where we've got the cleaner in the block to pick up door to door the recycling from each flat.
He does this with everybody in our block, and that actually helps me and certainly helps the elderly residents here.
Well, having left the civil service after some time, I was looking for a new challenge. Challenges at my age of life aren't that easy to come by, therefore I was very excited to see the opportunities that the recycling programme gave me, and my responsibilities are to be the face of the team to residents who may have queries or have questions about why we're doing the recycling, why they should be recycling, how they can participate, and also any problems they encounter. I'm very pleased to be part of that team that, having looked at and taken statistics of the amount of people that are actually doing the recycling, we have been very, very successful in the field.
The second of the pilots is Lagonia House, which has 2 rubbish chutes, and all we've done is simply dedicate one of those chutes to recycling.
2 chutes here for rubbish. All residents put all their rubbish in the chutes. Just a little lick of green paint and a recycling sign and a separate bin at the bottom. Residents now have their own recycling system in Lagonia House.
Our third pilot is Braithwaite House and Quaker Court. What we've done there is we've put dry recycling bins around the estate so that residents can put their plastics, cardboard, metals, etc. into those. But we've also introduced a composting scheme so that food waste is collected door to door by local residents and then composted on site. With potentially the compost can then be used on the grounds of the estate.
This is the bin that we collect our food in, and you just fill it up to the top, and when it is full you just take the bag out, fold it up and leave it for the person to collect, which is on a Wednesday morning. And as you can see, that is my regular bin, and it's quite small, and all that goes in that is just a few bits of plastic packaging and stuff I can't put in the mixed collection.
My responsibility is to collect the food from the caddies which are left outside the flats once a week. I take it back to the rocket room, it's checked for contamination, i.e. knives and forks, put through the macerator and then put into the rocket. It's then mixed with equal parts food and wood chip to create a good structure. This helps to stop smells and helps the food to break down. The compost will be distributed between all of the EC1 residents and gardeners, basically, and the resident gardener will be able to use it in the park downstairs, and over at Quaker Court they'll be taking some for their gardens too.
So far, the success of the scheme has already exceeded our expectations. We're achieving really high recycling rates. We're also getting really positive feedback from our residents saying that they're pleased with what we're trialling. EC1 has been really proud to be working on this project and working with the local authority on it, and we really hope that the success will continue and go on to benefit other housing blocks within the EC1 New Deal patch.
Look at that. I mean, that's quite amazing, isn't it? That's really good. Magic.
It's made a huge difference having the food waste collection.
There's a problem with overflowing bins and stuff, and rats, obviously vermin, but I've noticed that the bins are not overflowing like they were before, and the smell, well, it just wasn't as bad, just isn't as bad as it was before. It's a real big success, and we're very happy with it.
And the difference that the
Much easier,
recycling has...
much easier, and it's helping the environment, so it's actually a very good idea. So I'm really
happy with it,
very happy.
Get a good feeling out of it because they're doing something good and they're getting it back from us that they are doing good, so we all feel good about that.
Yeah.